Many countries have developed contact tracing apps in hopes of mitigating the spread of COVID-19. Now some of those states here in the U.S. are doing the same. Despite the technology, though, the masses still aren't using them well. Western Mass News reporter Jordan Jagalinzer getting answers on the reason why and what's being done right here in Western Mass. Jordan?
Chris, people just aren't downloading these apps due to privacy concerns, and it's also one of the reasons why some officials just aren't using them yet. Governments in the U.S. and across the world are developing new strategies to help contain COVID-19, many using technology to help alert the public if they were exposed to the virus.
They estimate at least 60% of the population has to be participating in this.
Stan Prager, owner of GoGeeks in East Longmeadow, says in the beginning there were high hopes surrounding the idea of contact tracing apps, but months passed and many efforts have been a bust.
In some countries, you've got less than 25%.
States like Virginia now doing the same, using an app called COVID-Wise, but residents aren't downloading it.
So far, 350,000 people have downloaded it, and the population in Virginia is 8 million.
Prager says the biggest concern for people he's talked to is privacy.
How do I turn it off? I mean, that's what most people will ask me.
Here in Massachusetts, there's no specific contact tracing app.
Contact tracing is done for the most part because of our lower numbers internally.
Springfield Health and Human Services Commissioner Helen Colton-Harris telling Western Mass News they're using the community map from the Baker administration to analyze their progress.
The map allows us to look across the Commonwealth and cities and towns to make decisions based on their rate.
Springfield in the map's yellow zone. Colton-Harris says the city is doing better than both Worcester and Boston.
Our job really is to contact those individuals, get the medical history, understand what their symptoms are, and understand who they've been in contact with, and then contact those individuals so we can continue following up with individuals who may have been exposed.
She says an app for us isn't out of the question.
I would want to make sure that there was security in the app, that the app was being utilized in a way that allows HIPAA and confidentiality.
Prager says overall the privacy risks are minimal.
There's already a tremendous amount of our data that's out there just in using a smartphone every day. This is not going to increase your risk on a privacy level.
But officials are worried of a potential data breach.
My concern would be to make sure that whatever app we think about using is a secure portal.
Now, 20 states in the U.S. are currently working on contact tracing apps. Even though that we don't have one here in Massachusetts, you can download an exposure notification app. If you go to your app store, you'll see that Apple has a COVID-19 app, and you can download that one that we mentioned, COVID-Wise, from Virginia. For Western Mass News, I'm Jordan Jagalinzer.